Damn, this counted the type of windows. Look at that.
So step thing falling back.
Is it on the floor? Or?
It just slipped back a little bit.
Okay.
Do 3 sausage biscuit egg thingies.
Think you need to?
Yeah, it's just that one isn't filling me up enough.
That's true. It's not.
And since I'm not having anything else.
Yeah. Probably need 3.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. How did you sleep last night?
Yeah. So about 4 or 3 in the morning, it was fine. I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep.
I didn't sleep hardly at all.
I could.
Mine was too active.
I'm not. Or it was my mind that active. It was just other things.
Choosing our days for your next lunch to eat today.
3 sausage, egg, and biscuits.
3 sausage, egg, biscuits.
That's correct.
Alright, could I get you anything else?
No.
Alright, and we do have a minute wait on biscuits.
Okay.
Alright, could I get you anything else today?
Nope. Just
Alright, it'll be 11:59, second window to queue.
that's 3 total, correct?
I have 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tattoo face. They were over at Runner.
Whoever it was, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, 11:59. Thank you so much.
Yep.
It'll be 1 moment.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. One moment.
And those extra biscuits a lot compared to the. That's that one extra biscuit's a lot.
Well, he charges 2 sausage, egg, and biscuits. He charges $9.78. So 3 something each.
Oh.
The other one is $1, and then there's 81 cents in tax.
$9.71 for 2.
$9.78 for 2.
Wow, I must not be on deal anymore.
But it is because the third one is for $1.
$1, yeah. So if it would just be 2, it would just be 6 something.
Right. They need to make enough money to cover some sort of profit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't be in business. Conlon's has
Yeah, I know.
sign
It's on, yeah.
closed.
I know. We were there yesterday.
Well, I looked up there and I remember seeing it, and I looked again, and yeah, it says store closed. So I don't know what that's going to do with her as far as her business.
I know. We talked about this.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
I know. We talked about this just yesterday, and we were sitting there getting coffee.
I know. Just wow. I forgot to ask her how it was going.
Well, when they find out, they'll know.
Yeah.
And if she has to move it, then they have to move it.
See if it survives the
Well,
yeah. And where do you put it?
Well, I'm sure several other places in town would probably be, you know, willing to do something.
But they've had, she said they've had that same
Yeah,
loan rate
they had that. Yeah, that
for
same
the ripple
slot and
rate,
everything else. Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
And that thing hasn't been moved in
Yeah.
a very long time. So
There's a lot of prime real estate in other places that won't probably want them.
I'm just saying it may
Yeah.
not likely.
I know. Could be different. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the rate would probably be higher someplace else.
I would think if
Which means they'd have
stayed where
to-
she's at, if they allow her to, they may raise the rate as well. If they just left her there,
Yeah.
then that would be fine.
I do not know what they originally charged her or whatever it is.
Yeah, she want to make some money off the parking.
Yeah. But it does bring traffic through, though.
These are the old school deals
I
for
know.
the older folks.
Yeah, the old guard that don't
Retiring
exist
stuff,
anymore.
so
Yeah, yeah, I know.
everything is not as nice as well.
No. Any regular stores now should be happy having something outside because not a lot of people like to go to real stores anymore.
Lots of that all the time.
Everything's online,
Yeah.
and if they don't diversify online, they're gonna die.
When do you figure it would have cost us to ship those 3 windows up there?
Probably would have been a lot cheaper than
Driving?
the gas to go down there.
Yeah. Yep, you're probably right. I don't know.
Well, it took longer though.
Yeah, because they would have got it from the manufacturer or whatever, and have it ship it to us.
Yep.
But I learned so much by being able to go down and see them, calculate it that way.
And talk to them directly there.
Huh?
Talk to them directly there.
Yeah. Both the guys know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time. Man, that warehouse they got is packed full of windows,
Oh, yeah.
furnaces, and all kinds of it.
Furnaces, huh?
Yep.
Guess we know where we need to go if we have to have an issue with that.
Well, no, we'll call somebody local and have to put it in like Milo did. It ends up being an electric pilot light. Electric igniter. They don't make them like we got it.
No.
I don't think they make the stoves like we got it.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like going, a new stove would be nice.
Huh?
I
Yes.
was thinking, yeah, that'd be nice.
But it would be one with electronic igniters.
Yeah.
And you'd have to give alternate power to the stove in the house. Now you could do that. It's not going to take much power to spark those things.
No.
You You know, on the burners themselves, you used to be able to hit it with a Bic, get the lighters with that. But for the oven, no.
No idea.
You don't want that much flame going on that long. Exposed, but it's safer when it's in the oven. Sometime we might have to get rid of the 40-something-year-old stove. Taking stuff out of it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what they did with this one. They made this one with carpet. Probably vinyl carpet. What about the other one?
No clue.
Survey. Yeah, you got to add the price of going down a bit and going back. I had a camper like that, but it didn't come over the cab. But I had longer bed.
Yeah.
Didn't have a camper jack.
Force of habit, I just grabbed my keys.
What?
Force of habit this morning, I grabbed my keys, not even thinking.
Yeah. I had to check the windows.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
See if I can get that other one out okay. Hopefully it'll be a little more friendly than yours was. Yours was a little rough. And you probably heard me banging.
Yeah. Yeah, I adjusted my camera in there now. So. Had to put a little board under, a little piece of little cardboard thingy down there, and just to get the angle a little bit, because that lip sits a little higher than the other one did.
Well, we will fix that area.
No, I'm just saying the lip of the window sits higher than the other one ever did. So
Yeah.
I had to add something underneath the camera, because the camera
See how
don't
you
sit that
got
high.
2 locks on that thing?
Yeah.
And they're more robust than the
Yeah.
ones on the
Oh
other
yeah.
one.
Not a lot of people today.
Yeah, we got a U-Haul trailer and a U-Haul truck. Well, let's see. Ralph was. Yeah, what he said he was.
Huh?
Want to go down Broadway or no?
Broadway, yes. Direct route, yes. Kill the spider.
No marking on the tail. I suspect it's probably United.
I would say so.
Could have turned, right? No. Okay, control. Well, I see you need Prima.
Yes, yes, yes.
Anything else that you're aware of?
Not off the top of my head.
Huh?
Not off the top of my head right away.
Sore from twisting.
Yeah.
Sockets.
Yeah, I can imagine
It's like jerky alert there.
that. Oh, yeah. At least one.
I think Mama wants to go out for drinks.
Cool. That's good. I don't mind that.
I don't know if you want to go out with us or not.
Yeah,
Huh?
sure.
No. See what we find.
I'm always good for getting content.
You're always what?
Good for getting content.
Dancing through the, dashing through the snow? Is that a musical or something?
Maybe. No, maybe. I don't know. Of course, Christmas in July.
Yeah. I know some stupid Christmas movies when they start.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't say that very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Loves all this.
Mhm.
16th time? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why we have to dream about snow when it's hot as junk outside?
When we did it in Mistlefield,
And then when it's cold as junk, snowy as junk, all we dream about is summer.
when this is what we used to put on the video machine at the missile site. When the blizzard was on, we put the beach party bingo.
Mm-hmm.
When it's colder than crap on, and when it was hotter than crap, we put the snow bunny thing.
Yeah. So when it's July, you basically put Ice Station Zebra on.
Yeah, right. Something like that.
And when it's colder than junk, you put the beach bunnies on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Used to have one of the sites down in the F.E. Warren Wing that was across the highway, the road, to the pig farm, downwind.
Oh,
Oh, that snow.
so did you watch any pig videos then?
The only thing he wanted to do was get off that site.
Yeah.
And I was a supervisor. I said, I'm going to go visit Pigland, but I'm not going to stay. I'm glad of that. And then every room had an air conditioner. It was the only site I ever saw
Yeah.
back then that every room had an air conditioner.
Filter out all the crap.
Because the smell was so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see it when you drip by pig farms or chicken.
Yeah, we put on recycle.
It's like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or if you don't have recycle, you turn off your air.
something's better than
sometimes nothing is better than something.
Yeah. That was part of the problem to get part of your stuff out. I had talked everything together so well back in '86 that was part of the problem getting out. The way they shipped it in there, we had to pull stuff out
Yeah.
to get it in there, and we didn't know for sure what was going on. Now that I've done one with help from Sebastian, I can probably put it for sale. There you go, Jeff.
What?
Nobody can get up in the back of it now.
Yeah.
Two people would be about the right size.
Yeah.
Single cabin.
They were showing one that was like a brand new one on this one guy I was watching online, and yeah, he has only the extended step things that go down on it.
Yeah.
And then it has like a side handle on it, so you can use it to, you know, to get up on the thing. But it's actually big, and it has slide outs on the thing for the thing. It's like, wow, that makes it like a whole lot bigger when you have the slide outs.
You know what happens in a wind with something like that?
Well, yes.
When you're driving in a wind, you better slow way down.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, the slide outs don't come out until you're stationary.
No, but it's just the fact that you got this big flat surface.
Oh yeah, I know.
That the wind's gonna bang on.
Yeah. You just
Remember when they used to have the guy that drive up and down Broadway with the rotating signs on it?
Yeah.
The skinny vehicle?
Yeah.
I don't see those anymore now.
Yeah. No, come out of one. I think that place went out of business. Yeah, I know. You always said that was your dream dome.
Yeah, they're stocking the beer cooler in December and June. It's the coolest place to store the beer cooler.
Yeah.
Better than the freezer. The freezer's a little bit too cold. A little bit of crud in the air, it looks like. Nothing like the other day.
Yeah, it's like 66 for the air quality, which is a lot better than 340 or 400.
You gotta tell you, make this world run.
You put your foot hard down and leave it there.
Can we get near the speed limit?
Well, you can get yourself one of those ups. Top speed's
Why are
50
you
miles an
slowing
hour.
down? There's nothing here.
You just put your foot hard down and leave it there. Maybe they're concerned about gas mileage.
Yeah.
They want to get that 50 while driving 20.
Are they older than me?
Maybe. Probably talking on the
Maybe
phone.
they're from out of town. They don't know where they're going.
Or they're talking on the phone, they don't care.
Maybe that too.
Maybe the car's electronically locked for a certain speed.
I don't know.
I think I got in an accident with this Tesla Cybertruck, and they told the operator said, "Well, I only have 2% power left. I don't know how I'm going to make it 30 miles to the nearest hospital, and this is an emergency." Well, it was still working, but I mean, he was bleeding, and he has a broken leg or something. Because I think he hit a pole or something because somebody ran out in the road in front of him, and he was talking to the Tesla the support people, and they did some kind of command, like some kind of emergency command, and all of a sudden he was at 2% power. All of a sudden he had 35% power.
So the reserve,
which is just a simple command.
The reserve to protect the battery.
Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe the battery has more capacity than it really says it has.
You don't want to get it below a certain point.
Because when they had one of these hurricanes go by down the south last year, Tesla issued a command to all Teslas, either in that region or in the country, which extended their range from whatever it was before to a lot more. But only during that time the hurricane was going on. And then they sent an update, an automated update back that set the range back to what it would have been before. And I don't know if they were cutting into I don't know if they were cutting in the reserve or if they were actually making more range out of it. But one guy started to look up about that, and he was like, so the battery might have more capacity than they're saying it does.
Like a lot of things, you don't want to discharge below a certain level.
Yeah, but
that could be bad for the battery.
Maybe.
I don't know how these batteries work.
No.
Nickel cadmiums used to develop memories, so you had to completely discharge it. That's why you always try to run it down as low as possible, and then and this is before they had conditioned chargers that would do that for it. And then when they got the nickel cadmium, yeah.
I don't know what some of these really the highest level EV charger.
That's what it was.
I don't know if they're pulling like 480 volts into these charger things, but some of these like level 2 or level 3 chargers that take like 24 hours to charge, and then you get to some of these really the high end ones, and it will charge the car in less than an hour. When you're like, wait a minute.
Is that good for the battery to do it that fast?
I guess. They said it can rapid charge.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't think it'd be a good thing, but you know.
I think it could blow up and catch fire.
Well, I think it would decrease your battery. But when you have to replace the battery on some of these cars, it costs as much as the car did.
Anytime you're pushing electrons around, stuff gets warm.
Yes.
So trying to push them fast.
I think they were saying this. The one the Cybertruck guy says when his batteries failed on his Cybertruck, which wasn't supposed to happen because it was still pretty new. But the batteries were not under warranty. The rest of the truck was, but not the batteries. And his batteries died in only 9 months. Not even a full year.
Sounds like a factory defect.
I don't know, but he had to pay. Guess how much he had to pay to replace the batteries? $42,000 just for the battery.
Yeah.
Just the battery. Now, granted, this Cybertruck cost over $100,000, but the battery cost almost half as much as the whole truck did.
Again, it's not worth it.
No.
Your 4-cylinder with a 4-speed transmission.
Even if you had a V8 or something, you know.
Will do better than that.
Well, obviously.
There's that little teeny gas engine.
Yeah. And if it breaks, you go buy another Prius. Still be cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, people can spend whatever the money they want to spend on whatever they want to spend on.